Hi gymnasts, my name is Ashley, or some of you may know me as Bugs, and I'm here and really excited to be teaching your level 1 class. This week is Crazy Hair Week, so if you want to join me in having a really fun and funky hairstyle, go ahead and pause our video and go put your hair up in something really fun. Alright? And after you've done that, we're going to practice gymnastics from my home all the way to yours. And before we start, we're going to go warm up with Ginger, alright? Here we go!
Hi gymnasts, my name is Nora, and today we are going to be warming up and stretching together. So for warm up, you are going to want to make sure you have a little bit of space that you can run and move your body and get all of your muscles warmed up. You can do this in place if you don't have a space to run around, but if you have a little bit of space, it'd be good to clear that out. Maybe you have some chairs or a coffee table that you could ask an adult's permission to help move out of the way so you can get good and warmed up for gymnastics. The other thing you're going to need is something that you can stretch on. I have my yoga mat out here today to stretch on, and maybe you have one at home too. Or maybe you want to use a towel or a blanket, something that you can do some stretching on the floor that doesn't hurt like being on hardwood floor might. Alright, let's get started with warm-up. So for today, we are going to be playing Bones, No Bones for our warm-up game. And this is one of my favorites. So when I say bones, I'm going to give us an activity, like running or jumping or skipping. And when I say no bones, we're going to fall to the ground, just like this. Alright, let's get started with the running bones. Come on and run with me. Remember, you can run in place if you don't have room. And no bones. And frog jump bones. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. And no bones. And 1 foot hopping bones. And switch feet. And no bones. And bunny hop bones. We're going to jump on both feet. And no bones. And skipping bones. And no bones. And now we're going to do super speedy, fast running bones. How fast can you run? Great job. Keep it going. And no bones. All right. You can pause the video and go get a drink if you need, and then come back, and we're going to get started on stretching now. So the first thing we're going to do for stretching is our big arm circles forward. And we're going to switch into our big arm circles backward. And now we're going to reach all the way up to the sky. Reach those fingers up. Bring your feet right next to each other like mine are. And we're going to reach down to the ground, making sure we lock our knees. And we're going to hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to jump our feet apart. And we're going to reach over to one foot. And we're going to hold for 3 seconds on this foot. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to reach over to the other foot and hold for 3 seconds on this foot. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now we're going to sit on the ground and we're going to sit in straddle, which is where we have our legs out in a V. And we're going to reach our arms out to the side. We're going to reach one arm over our waist and the other over our head towards our foot. We want to make sure we keep our knees pointing up towards the sky and that we point our toes while we're doing this. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Arms back out, and we're going to cross our other arm and reach over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now we are going going to reach out to the middle. You're going to reach as far as you can go while still keeping your knees up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to come into pike. And we're going to flex our feet first, meaning point them up to the sky. And you're going to reach as far towards your feet as you can. And we're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to point our toes forward. And we're going to reach and hold again. Reach as far as you can. And we're going to hold this one for 5 seconds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now you're going to point and flex your feet. See if you can point one and flex one. And now we're going to roll out our ankles. So we're going to roll them 3 times forward, 2 and 3, and 3 times backwards, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. 3 forwards, 1, 2, and 3, and 3 backwards. 1, 2, and 3. All right, now we are going to stretch out our wrists. So we're going to make puppy dog paws with your wrists, and you're going to put the backs of your hands down on the ground. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you're going to face your palms towards yourself, and you're going to flip your hands over so your fingers are towards your knees and your palms are going to be down on the ground. And we're going to hold this one for 5 seconds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to lace our fingers together and roll them out. Kind of like you're making a blender. I think I'm going to make a chocolate milkshake in my blender. What are you going to make in your blender? And now we're going to make a roller coaster and see how fast your roller coaster can go. How slow your roller coaster can go. Okay, now we're going to do our splits. So we're going to bring one leg up. I'm starting with my left leg in front. And you're going to push into a lunge. So in your lunge, only push as far as you can go. If it hurts, you can stop. We want to make sure we keep our back foot flat on the ground, not with our toes under. And we want to make sure our front foot, our knee, stays over our foot. You can have your hands on your knee or on your hips. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to straighten our front leg, and we're going to try to get your nose down as far towards your knee as you can. And we're going to hold this one for 5 seconds as well. 1, 2, make sure you're pointing your toes. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to slide into our splits. If you don't feel ready to try splits, you can stay in a deep lunge like we were just in and hold it there. If you would like to, you can try and slide out into your splits as far as you can go. And we're going to hold this for 5 seconds. Make sure you have one hand on either side supporting you and that you point your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent job. Come on, everybody. All right, we're going to switch legs now and put the other leg in front, and we're going to push into our lunge again. Still making sure that your knee stays right over your foot and your back toes are flat on the ground, not curled under. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, straighten your front leg again. Nose down to your knee. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to slide into split on this side. Again, remember, if you would like to stay in lunge, you can stay in lunge and only go as far as you can go. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds as well. Point those toes. Make sure you have a hand on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come out. All right, we are going to do froggy splits now. So froggy splits, we put our hands down on the ground and our knees down on the ground, and we walk our knees out as far as you can. You can put your elbows down on the ground once your knees get far enough apart. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now we are going to do middle splits. If you would like to keep holding these froggy splits, you may, or we're going to push up into middle splits, which is where we have our hands and our feet on the ground, and we walk our feet out as far as we can, making sure we keep our hips over our legs. We're going to hold this one for 5 seconds. I know it's hard, but I know you can do it. You've got this. 1, 2, 3. Point your toes. 4, and 5. And come out. And shake out those legs into the front. All right, we are going to come back to our pike position, and we are going to do 2 bridges now for our last stretch. So, for a bridge, you're going to lay all the way flat on your back, and you're going to put your hands on the ground with your fingertips facing towards your shoulder and your elbows up in the air. We're going to bring our feet up, flat on the ground behind our butt. And we're going to push our stomach up into the air. And we're going to hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come down. And now we're going to do 3 tuck and rolls, where we tuck our knees up and we roll. 1, 2, and 3. We do these to help stretch both sides of our back so that our back doesn't get hurt. All right, we're going to do one more bridge now. Remember to push your belly and your head up off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come down. Great job, everybody. All right, 3 more tuck and rolls. 1, 2, and 3. And come up. Thank you for stretching with me. You are all super awesome and stretched and warmed up now and ready to get started on the lesson for today.
All right, thanks Ginger for that warm up. All right, before we get started with our first event floor, we're gonna clear out our space, all right? So we're gonna move our chairs, move any other toys or equipment we might have in the way. All right, now we're ready to start. All right, gymnasts, so our first event today is going to be floor. And for floor, we're gonna need to have a soft surface. So either you can use carpet like I have in my room, or you can use a thick blanket, or if you have a yoga mat or anything, but we're gonna need something soft because we're gonna be rolling on the floor today, okay? So first thing, we're gonna start with candlesticks. And if you remember how to do candlesticks, we're gonna go start standing up, put our arms up by our ears, and we're gonna squat down and roll to our back. And once we're on our back, we're gonna shoot our toes up to the sky and go up onto our shoulders if we can. All right, let's try that again. We're just gonna start from a sit. Okay, roll back up and toes up. Okay, lift your hips up off the ground and roll down. And you can roll and stand back up. All right, let's do those again. So squat down, roll onto our back, and toes up, toes up, toes up. Nice job, roll back down, and stand up. All right, make sure that we're rolling all the way up on our shoulders and we're getting our back up off the floor. All right, one more time. Stretch up tall, squat down, onto our back. Hands can go down by our side, and shoot our toes up and lift our back up off the floor. Nice job. Roll back down and stand up. Awesome. All right, and from the candlestick, we're gonna go ahead and work on our backwards roll, okay? So the backwards roll is gonna start just like our candlestick. We're gonna stand up really tall, hands up tall. We're gonna roll over our back, shoot those toes up, and put our hands by our ears, okay? Our hands are really important. They're gonna sit right above our shoulders and our fingertips are gonna point down, okay? So when we go up, put our hands on the ground, like that, okay? Let's practice that one more time, really focusing on our hand position and shooting our toes up in the air. Toes up. Nice. All right. This time we're going to try to shoot our toes over and do the backwards roll, okay? I'm going to scoot forward. All right, hands. We're going to try it standing up. All right, I'm going to stand up. We're going to put our hands on our shoulders just so they're ready to go. Squat down, roll, and push. Good. All right. Make sure when you push that you tuck your knees in, okay? We're going to try it one more time. Hands up. And squat down. Push our hips up and push. Good. Make sure you're pushing up with our hands. Awesome job. And again. Stretch up really tall. And roll. And push. Nice. Okay, shooting those toes over. Awesome job. All right, and do it again. All right, stretch up tall. And go down and shoot those toes over. Woo! Okay, make sure we're pushing up off our head. If you don't have a flat surface, then make sure we're just practicing the candlesticks, okay? But you can still practice your hand positioning and shooting those toes up to the sky. It's really important. All right. Roll. Push. Nice. All right, make sure we're shooting those toes over and we're getting our hips up over our head. And we're using our hands to push up off our noggin. All right, another one. Stretch up real tall. Squat down to our shoulders. Push. Nice job. All right, and let's finish with one more. Make it our very best one. Stretch up real tall. And then push. Nice. Awesome job. All right, good job. Now we're going to clean up our space and we're going to move on to our next event, which is beam. Hi friends. All right, so now we're moving on to beam. And for beam, we're going to need a tape line on our floor. So ask your guardian for permission to put some tape on the floor. If you don't have tape, you can fold up a blanket or a yoga mat, or you can just practice without a line. That's okay too. All right, so we're going to start with practicing our turns, and we're going to review some of our body shapes from floor. We're going to start with our coupe, where we put our toe to our ankle, okay? And we're going to try it with our other leg. Nice job. And then remember passe, where we put our toe to our knee, okay? And the other leg. Nice job. All right. And to work on our ankle strength so we can do turns, we're going to go back to our coupe. We're going to stand on our dominant leg, our cartwheel leg, and our non-cartwheel leg is going to be the one that we put to our ankle. And we're going to do 5 toe rises. 3, 4, 5, getting our ankle all the way up tall. We're going to try the other foot, 5 more. 2, get our heel all the way up, 4, 5, awesome. And then we're going to do the same thing, but in passe, all right? Let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do the other leg so it's nice and strong. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job. Shake out your legs. All right, so we're going to start on our turns. We're going to stand in our tape line if we have one. And we're going to start with our coupe turns. When we do turns, we're going to stand on that cartwheel leg, okay? And we're going to put our hands on our hips. Okay, go on our coupe. We can put our arms out like we're holding the beach ball. Pop up on the ankle and turn. Okay? If this is your first time trying to do a turn, we can go on our coupe, hands on our hips, and do quarter turns. So you're just going to turn sideways, just part of the way, okay? Try that again, our quarter turn. So we're not going half, we're just going half of half. Okay, so we're going to turn quarter. Woo, I almost fell over. All right, it's okay if you lose your balance. We're just going to try again. Go back to that coupe and turn a quarter of the way, all right? All right, and after quarter turns, you can do half where you turn all the way to face the other direction, okay? So half turn, you turn the other way, okay? All right, and then to do it in passe, you're still gonna stand on your cartwheel leg. You're gonna bring your toe up to your knee, okay? And we're gonna practice those quarter turns. So you just turn quarter of the way, not all the way half yet, okay? Quarter, quarter, nice. Take a little rest. Go quarter, quarter, nice. Okay, make sure that we're always turning in with our knee. Does that make sense? We're turning our knee towards our cartwheel leg, not away from it. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way. Okay, if I turn the other way, it's a little bit more challenging. Okay. All right, now let's try that passe. In half turn, we're going to do pretty arms all the way. Nice. All right. So when we do our arms, we're going to hold it like we're holding a beach ball. Bring that toe to our knee and turn all the way, okay? Go all up on our toes and snap our heel, okay? And again. Nice job. All right, and next we're going to work on step leaps. So we're going to go to the end of our tape line. And if you remember on the floor what a leap is, we're going to stand on our non-cartwheel leg with our cartwheel leg out in front of us. Okay, and our arms can go out to the side like an airplane, nice and strong. And we're going to push off this bottom leg, the leg that's still standing, and land on our cartwheel leg, okay? So when we do this, we're going to stretch out our cartwheel leg really far and push really good with that bottom leg, all right? Try it again, and push. Nice. Make sure we land with a nice, strong, bent leg with our chest up tall and those strong airplane arms. All right, and again, stand on that one leg, cartwheel leg out, and push. Nice. Can we hold it? Very nice. All right. So this time I'm going to challenge you to try and hold it at the end for 3 seconds, all right? So we're going to push off this bottom leg, push. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, and one more time, we're going to try and hold it, and we're going to jump to see how far we can go. All right, and push, stretch. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, go ahead and relax. All right, guys, good job on leaps. Go ahead and clean up your beam setup and get ready for vault. Hi, guys. All right, welcome to vault. So for vault, we're just going to need a good clear space, and we're going to need some wall space to practice our handstand shapes, all right? So we're going to first start off with holding our handstand, okay? So we're going to walk up the wall, belly to the wall. Okay, start with our hands far away, walk those toes up the wall, and we're going to hold it for 10 seconds, okay? Walk those hands in, push up through our shoulders, nice and hollow belly, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Step down really careful. Awesome. All right. So the next thing we're going to work on, now that we've warmed up our handstand, is we're going to work on our shoulder block or shoulder shrugs, okay? And we're going to start with those up against the wall. We're going to walk our hands up, cover our ears, look down at the floor, and we're going to push through our shoulders, okay? And you're going to try and push your hands off the wall, really gentle. Nice. Get that good shoulder shrug. Okay, we're not bending our elbows. Okay, we're going to keep our elbows nice and strong and just use our shoulder muscles. Okay, push through our fingertips. Nice job. All right, we're going to do 10 of these all together. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. All right, go ahead and relax. Shake out our arms. Shake them out really good. All right, so now we're going to kick up to the wall in our handstand, and we're going to work on shoulder shrugs in our handstand, okay, moving those shoulders. Okay, if you have a hard time getting all the way to handstand on the wall, then you can walk your belly up. like we did when we warmed up our handstands at the start. All right? All right, we're gonna kick up to handstand. Ooh, I missed. All right, well, we'll try again. And kick up. There we go. All right, and those same shoulder shrugs, we're gonna push. All right, we're gonna do 10 of those all together, okay? Remember to keep our elbows nice and strong and our tummy nice and hollow. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, and go ahead and step down. Nice, and shake out our arms. Good job. All right, and next we're gonna do some drills to work on our jump to handstand. So we're gonna practice our hurdle, straight jump, and kick to handstand, okay? Nice, all right, so if you remember how to do our hurdle, we jump up, cartwheel leg goes up, and then we're gonna do our straight jump, nice and straight, and kick and reach into our handstand. Nice job. All right, let's try and make that go a little bit faster, connect everything just a little bit more. We're gonna go hurdle, straight jump, handstand. Nice job. All right. And again, go hurdle, straight jump, handstand. Nice. Make sure you're pushing up in that handstand with those your strong shoulders. All right. Let's do 2 more all together. All right, so we're gonna go hurdle, big straight jump, reach into that handstand, push through our shoulders, come down. Good finish. All right, this is gonna be our last one together. Go hurdle, straight jump, reach into that handstand, and come down. Nice job. All right, great work on vault, you guys. Go ahead and make sure you clean up your space and put back any furniture you moved. We'll see you next week for our Under the Sea theme. All right, bye guys.
It's been so fun recording these videos for you all. Let's take a look at what some of our talented gymnasts have been practicing from home.